Oh, my wire's stuck. Oh, my wire's stuck. I hear myself. What's happening? I hear myself. Wait, what's that? Why am I stuck in my chair wheel? Oh. Hello there. I just realized that I accidentally had my wrong microphone selected. It's still on my studio mic, so I'm in my vocal booth right now. Hi, guys. This is what I sound like from the vocal booth with no filters or anything. What's up? Sometimes I've thought about doing a karaoke in here, but then I think about the fact that it would be completely impossible to like manage anything with my PC or have any tracking, which is why I never use this mic on stream. But I guess unintentionally, this is how I sound in here. Woo! All right, I'm going back to my desk now. Bye. Bing, bang, bop, boom, pow. I think I should sound normal now. I think now I'm on the correct microphone. Hello. Sorry, I totally forgot that I still had my studio mic plugged in. Hope you guys are doing good. What's up? What's up? Hello, TND. Funny mishap. Today we're gonna just be chilling for a while. I haven't done my ace runs for the day, so I'm probably gonna try and train up some better racehorse and then go for my round 2 champions meeting races. This is the lineup that I've been rolling with so far. I've had Taiki Shuttle, Vodka, and Smart Falcon. And so far my win rate in the first phase was pretty good. Taiki Shuttle, easy MVP with a 55% win rate, single-handedly, pretty good. Won 22 of the 40 races. This newer Smart Falcon, or no, this is the old Smart Falcon, won none of the races, and this one won 2, so that's something. And Vodka won 5 for me. So all in all, a 29 out of 40 win rate. Pretty good. I'm looking to try and get a better Smart Falcon run today. Here was the dilemma that I fell into, right? This was the first Smart Falcon I had. I got groundwork set up, but I didn't get Turf S or Mile S, and I also did not get enough stamina. And I also did not get angling and scheming on that one. This Smart Falcon actually managed to win twice because I got Turf S and Mile S and the stat requirements, and I got Redshift plus angling and scheming, but I did not get my groundwork set up on this. So I figure today I will dedicate my runs to try and get myself a nice Smart Falcon run. I did some parent grinding last night, actually, because I was supposed to stream Umamusume last night, and I just suddenly got really exhausted and fell asleep for 2 hours. My body just crashed. I don't know what happened. So I ended up being up really late with like nothing to do. So I just did a bunch of parent runs. I'm trying to remember. I think it was this Daiwa Yes, I got one Daiwa Scarlet run here with 2 stars groundwork, which is pretty decent. Unfortunately, you know, I got 1 star stamina despite getting 600 on the run. I lost the coin flip for that, and I got 1 star turf, which is just whatever. I tried to use that to get another groundwork spark because if you don't know, if your legacy Umas have like the spark already, I believe it increases the odds that you will get it on like your next like parent legacy. So I tried doing some runs with that. I did not get a second groundwork, but I did get, where is it? This special week run with 2 star power, 3 star mile, and like a quintillion other skills. Really unfortunate that this one didn't give me groundwork because look at this. Look at how long this is. Like a whole CVS receipt. White sparks down this dude. It's a crazy spark. Unfortunately, no luck with the with getting groundwork on it or 3 star, but still quite good run there. So I'm kind of debating whether to run this one or just like the straight up Daiwa. I think I'm probably leaning towards using this. And then I believe I had a Marzensky borrow with like a bunch of turf sparks and groundwork. Yeah, I think it's this one. Although it's only 1 star angling scheming. Did I have a different one that was good? Is it John? It was John, wasn't it? Oh, but this one doesn't have turf sparks, which I need. Okay, might actually be worth checking if there's a better parent available. Ooh, actually, yeah, because this is... I need a 9-star turf parent with groundwork. And hopefully I can get something decent for that. So let me see what I can do. Let's get 2 stars angling and scheming, 2 stars red shift, groundwork, at least 3 stars in the lineage, and then I need 9 stars turf. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything, but let's see. Boom. Please, somebody out there have no results. Okay. Let me narrow my search a bit. Let me make it so that it's only 1 star for each of the ults. Nobody? Really? What if I take out groundwork? Oh, but I mean, that's gonna be dubious if I don't even have the groundwork spark available. Oh, there's only 2 people, man. There's only 2 people. One of them is a 9-star Uma. I mean, I could try it, but there's no groundwork. Like, I would have to get so lucky. But I do need the 9-star turf, otherwise it doesn't, like, work. So I guess I'll roll with it. All right. We're just going to try and get, like, a crazy high roll, I suppose. Maybe we'll be able to. Let me find somebody to take off of my friends list, because I got a billion accounts on here. Okay, I already have this card maxed. Is this a good legacy? It's decent, but I could always find something else. Goodbye, Bill Von W. Boink. Alright. No groundwork sparks, so we're gonna have to make do despite that. There is a consideration that I could train a different front runner than Smart Falcon, and then as a result of that, I could use the Smart Falcon card, and if I could do that, then I would be guaranteed groundwork. It's like a guaranteed career event, which is insane. But the downside of that is that none of my other front runners are nearly as good as Smart Falcon. So I think I'll try this, and I'll just hope that I get really lucky. Let's see. I have about 10 trillion different Saiyan Skies, but it's this one. Yeah, zero. Not even a single Groundwork Spark. So it is all on this one Daiwa Scarlet having the 2-star Groundwork in here. My only hope. My only hope is that Daiwa Scarlet card. Oh boy. Is there any workaround? I mean, not really, right? If I run... The gold ship card is just like so RNG and just tanks my stats. Same with Air Groove. I think I'll just hope that I get the spark. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna hope that I get really lucky. Let's see. I'm looking for fine motion. Hope the audio is good, by the way. I did just change my mic over, so did not really check beforehand, but I just moved it to like roughly my normal settings. Hopefully it's fine. I'm trying to remember. What was my build? What was my deck? Last time that I did this run, I ran... I think it was 2 speed cards. And then I borrowed... I think I borrowed Suzuka on my other run. Like, I tried this, and that way you get, like, more front runner skills, which is kind of nice. I'll just try this deck again. Let's do it. Boink. Fine motion might be better. We'll see. Turn the game down just a smidge. I hope you guys have been good. I've been chilling today. I was having a nice Osu session earlier. Gained ranks for the first time in ages, which was pretty sweet. And then I went for a little walk. Because I feel like for the past few days, I haven't been like getting out enough just for the sake of going for a walk or stuff like that. So, yeah, like if I go out, it's because I'm going somewhere to get like a snack or like junk food of some sort, fulfill some sort of craving. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for a walk just to move. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when I'm rhythm gaming, I get like really focused. And I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't sound stupid, but I like sit too hard on my chair and it makes my butt hurt. I felt like I had to get up and move because I was sitting too hard. So I just felt like really stiff. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but it happens to me a decent amount when I rhythm game. Like sometimes if I think about it, like if I start to notice it, but I'm not ready to stop playing, I'll like take a pillow and put it kind of as like a lower backrest on my chair. And sometimes that helps. But a lot of the time I just find myself like a little bit, I don't know how, but I just find a way to sit down too hard. But anyway, I had a nice little walk. I had a shower, which actually interesting. I remembered that my mom gave me some new like hair care stuff. She gave me a different shampoo and conditioner. So I tried different hair products for the first time in, I don't know, like a year probably? Something like that. I've been using this same like keratin enriched shampoo and conditioner for a while. And she just gave me this different one. And she was like, you know, sometimes it's good to like alternate your products. Just try it. And I was kind of skeptical. I was like, I don't see why. Because the ones that I've been using have already been working. But okay, sure. I will take it. Thank you. I tried it today. It was really nice. I'm actually surprised. It felt like it was a lot thicker than the other one, even though there's no keratin in this one, which I thought keratin was kind of like the hair care ingredient for dealing with like knots and tangled hair and stuff like that. But this was really good, and I'm actually really curious about how it even works. Okay, something I wanted to check. What is provitamin B5? What is this? What is... Oh, I guess it's just vitamin, right? Is a cosmetic active ingredient mainly found in creams, balms, and ointments intended for sensitive or weakened skin. Alcohol analog of pantothenic acid, vitamin B5. Okay, I'm too stupid for this. What is just vitamin B5? Pantothenic acid is one of 8 B vitamins. There's 8 B vitamins, even though they go up to like 13. That's so weird. Or 12. I know there's B12. I don't know if there's B13. I think there is. That's interesting. Anyway, I tried this new shampoo. I don't know what exactly it is that made it feel like so much thicker, but it was amazing, dude. Like, my hair felt so luscious and it smelled so nice. I feel like that's a stupid criteria to care about when it comes to hair care, because like you just wash it out anyway, especially with the shampoo, you know what I mean? Like, the shampoo, it smelled really nice, but also you just rinse it out. Like, it was gone after like a couple minutes of being in the shower, but it smelled really nice when I was using it though. It was really fruity. That's like one pet peeve that I have about a lot of stuff that's like explicitly men's products that are self-care, is they never smell as good, dude. Like, all of the fruity stuff smells so nice, or stuff that's scented like vanilla or stuff like that. It's so good, dude. It's so nice. I'm a big fan of like sweeter kind of smells for stuff like that. Something I never thought I would understand. Like, when I was younger, I thought that caring about how products smelled was stupid and it was like wasteful. And now I feel like I'm in a headspace where I still don't care enough to use like perfume or something like that, but I can understand where the appeal would come from, I guess. I feel like I get it more than I used to. Because it's just nice, dude. I don't know. Let me see. Let's click. I guess you can do... There's like nothing appealing on this turn. What the heck, man? I'll just take friendships off of gut. I wonder if you can get groundwork from the when you're doing the Unity trainings, and sometimes it gives you a random skill. I've never seen it hit groundwork. I low-key don't think it can, but man, it would be sick if it could. That would be so nice. For a while, I was trying to do all my parent runs on Unity Cup because I thought it might be possible to get that to happen. And therefore, it felt like, oh, I'd be sort of wasting potential if I didn't, because I might just get, like, extra skills for free, which is still true, but I don't think it can be groundwork. But I switched back to doing my parent runs on the old scenario, like the URA finals one, because it's just a lot faster. And the if you do hit the URA finals spark, it is a better spark, admittedly, than the what's it called? It is like a better inspiration than the Unity Cup one. But it's mostly for me just that it's faster. Like, I can blitz out more runs, which is nice. Nothing too inspiring. I have to do 2 races anyway. Do 1 here. What? You lost a G3? Stupid Falcon, bro. What are you doing? Okay, well, that's not great. It's okay. It's just extra skill points. Fan Promise Nakayama. Are any of the early races Nakayama? Ooh, Hopeful Stakes. If I win that, that would be clutch. Okay, this is good friendships on power. But yeah, I feel like I want to talk with one of my old friends who's a lot more versed with like skincare and sort of inadvertently like hair care and stuff like that. Because I used to work at a store that sold a lot of like skincare and beauty products and stuff like that. So I used to be surrounded by a bunch of people that were really into this stuff, and they were all like trained on how these different like self-care products work chemically. And I never really got like properly trained on it. I read like a very brief thing about it, but I was never meant to sell it, right? Because when I used to work at my old store, they were kind of like partitioned off into having the beauty side and the more like merchandise side. And so I did sales on like the merchandise side, which was great for me. It played into my strengths, but it was always interesting to be surrounded by a bunch of people who were fully trained on all of these like different beauty products, because it just feels like witchcraft looking at this stuff. Like, it's so hard to decipher how a lot of these like skincare, hair care type products actually function. Like, I have genuinely no idea. But this, it did feel great, admittedly. Admittedly, it felt better. I feel like I want to wait and see like how my hair feels, you know, after letting it like sit for a while, fully dry, you know, see how I feel tomorrow, whatnot. But just off like a preliminary impression, I'm a fan. All right, Falco, I need you to win this. Lock in. Bang. Second. Okay, so we're gonna have to run 3 races in a row. Maybe I've cut this too close. At least I get the mood up. Okay, so I have to win Hopeful Stakes. That's not good. That's quite dubious, actually. I won't lie. That's not a good sign that I have to win Hopeful Stakes. Let's see. What can I do? What can I do? I could buy Corner Adept. Probably gonna buy that later. I'll buy Angling and Scheming at a worse price. You know what? Whatever, it's fine. Let's buy up skills and just hope on everything. Wait, I should have just ran the easy one. Why'd I pick the G1? Oh god, okay. Please. Okay. That's why we picked the harder one, because we win it anyway. There we go. Let's go, Smart Falcon. That's not even enough, though. I still have to get another win. Yalla. Oh, no. A Unity Cup doesn't count, unfortunately. I wish this counted. Okay. Okay, let's have Smart Falcon be running dirt, because I do not think Haru is actually going to win, as much as I love her. Here, come over here. You can still run dirt with me, Haru. I love you. Let's spread everybody out. Let's get El Condor on Mile. So that way we have like an even spread. Okay, team. Do I win the E rank? Probably not. I probably should just race F. Nice. There we go. Yeah, I definitely agree. Taking care of yourself, it's always good to just do like little self-care stuff. Like today, I wanted to take like a little bit of time before stream to quickly do myself a solid. Yeah, one of the other things I did is I cleared my floor. I don't know if you guys can relate to this. In some ways, I kind of hope you don't, actually. But I have a really small bedroom, and so there's not really room for a clothing hamper without being like a huge like block in my floor space. So unfortunately, I just am an absolute slob of a human being. And I have the clothing mound that just starts to form on my floor. Because it's easy to step over them without the bin there. So I just have like a mound on the floor. And I can tell that like I'm sort of spiraling as it gets larger and larger. I just feel like less and less productive. Until eventually I'm like, okay, I really need to go ahead and move this over to the actual hamper that's out in the living room. At which point I usually feel a lot better. But I always just find it kind of amusing sometimes because I don't even notice it. You know what I mean? Like I could have a huge like pile of clothes on the ground and I just don't perceive it because most of the time when I'm in my room, I'm just using my computer anyway. So I'm not even looking at it. It's like barely even in my periphery. I'm not, you know, out of sight, out of mind type thing. But I still find that for whatever reason, I am like less productive. I feel lazier when my room has the clothing mound. Even if I'm not looking at it. Like, just knowing that it's there psychologically does something for me. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is. There's like a subconscious sort of sensory feeling that I get when I ignore the clothing mound for too long. So it was nice to kind of move that out of the way. I have to start being careful again, though. Because I've been wearing tights every once in a while again, and I have to make sure, like, I use these little, like, laundry, I don't know, bags, pouches, just something to, like, keep them safe when they go in the wash, because they're delicate, right? So you have to be careful not to tear them. I wasn't actually wearing them like I used to normally wear them, because I used to sometimes wear skirts more often than I do nowadays, and so I'd wear tights so I could enjoy doing that without having to shave my legs every time. But what I found is that I wanted to wear like a really thin pair of track pants, but it's getting pretty cold, so I just put my tights on underneath my track pants, and then it was warmer. It was a good strat, honestly. It worked. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I did not get Mile S or Turf S or Groundwork. So I'm gonna need an absolutely killer inspiration on the next one, or else I think it's cooked. But you never know. You never know. All I can do is just keep the run going and see what happens. Such is the art of gambling, Umamusume. It's just how it be. Yeah, actually, that same night that I went out, where I was wearing my tights, I went back to Scrabble Club for the first time in somewhere in the vicinity of a year. It's been a really long time since I went, because I live pretty far away, right? Like, I went back, and a bunch of people there, they were all really nice. I was surprised at how many people remembered me, because I used to go, like, kind of regularly, but not, like, super regular. I guess I was pretty regular for a while. Anyway, I went back, and they were like, how come you haven't been here for so long? And I was like, well, you know, I've been kind of busy, and also I live really far away, so it's just hard to justify making the trip. And genuinely, I had fun going to Scrabble for the first time in a while. But my god, it is so much transit, bro. I have to go so far. Like, I don't know if I could justify doing it that often. Like, I'm definitely not planning to start going back every week because it's a long way, dude. Yo, being... You know it's bad when you go for like 3 games and you spend more time just traveling to and from than actually playing the game. Like, it is a long trip for me to go and play, but it was fun. I remember there's this other guy who goes to the Scrabble club who's a little bit older than me, but another like relatively young guy, which is kind of rare. You know, it's mostly a lot of really old people that play Scrabble. You would be kind of surprised. It's got a very like old demographic, I feel like Scrabble does. But yeah, I was there and I see my guy. I don't know what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him just K, just to abbreviate his name. But K, you know, comes in. And I saw his eyes like light up a little bit when he saw me, and he came up and chatted me up a little bit. And I was surprised. I didn't think that he was gonna like particularly remember me like that. He's a chill guy, honestly. He's a really chill guy. You know, he was asking me like what kind of stuff I've been up to outside of Scrabble. He's a sweet guy, honestly. I was really glad that he likes to come and hang out with me a little bit when I'm at the club, just because it's nice to have like another person who's kind of younger and chill. He's a smart guy. I think he's like an engineering student or something. Just a chill guy. Shout out K. But I was surprised. A lot of people remembered me when I came to play, and I had some fun games. I will say, disappointingly, did not get too many bingos, which if you don't play Scrabble a lot, a bingo is when you play off all 7 of your letters in one move and you get a bonus 50 points on top of whatever the word scores as like a reward for playing your whole rack. I only got 1 bingo, and funnily enough, it was... I played Panties for 69 points, which just felt like a funny coincidence. I remember in the game I played it and I pointed out, I was like, Panties for 69, that's funny. And my opponent was just like, I wasn't gonna say it, but... It was funny. I remember I was gonna make a different word too. I think I was gonna play Painters somewhere else on the board, and it got blocked like right before I was gonna do it. But then I noticed that I had Panties anyways. I was like, well, that's a little bit suspicious to be playing, but you know what? I mean, it's good, so it's my move. Like, nothing else to do. But I had some fun games. I was very quickly reminded at how not good I am at Scrabble when it's actually competitive. Because I've been watching a lot of Scrabble YouTube recently. I don't know why. I just found a channel that I like, and he has a ginormous backlog of Scrabble videos. So I've been watching like a bunch of tournament games and stuff like that. And it's one of those things where you really gotta study it to be good when you're like sitting down in a match. You know what I mean? These people, they've memorized not just all the 2-letter words. They know just about all the 3-letter words in the dictionary. Most of the weird 4- and 5-letter ones that have like niche usage cases. Blech. They know their 7-letter words, their 8-letter words. They're like super well versed. It's so impressive. Because, you know, I've been watching enough of these games, enough of these tournament games. I'll be sitting down at the board and I'll be like, okay, if I play off these tiles, that should leave me with good odds to pull like a bingo and play all of my letters next turn. Or, you know, something like that, right? Or, you know, these will synergize well with having the Z or the J or like some powerful tile, right? But the problem is I don't know that many like really weird words. I know all the 2 letters. I memorized those when I was in high school. I know some of the weird 3 and 4 letters, but not that many because I didn't make an effort to study those when I was in my like high school Scrabble club back in the day, right? And so I might have like a pretty good rack, but I just don't know like what my move is supposed to be. Like there's something good, but I have no idea what it is. Because people will just be playing the most obscure words. Like these guys are genuinely unbelievable. Like I was watching a game the other day where one of the pro guys threw like 2 different spots on the board. He played the 11-letter word pernoctated. Like, it's stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, you hear stuff like that, and it's like, oh, of course, yeah, obviously, pernoctated. That's the move. Wow, I should have seen that one. You know, like you're just expected to know like the most ridiculous stuff when you're playing Scrabble at a high level. It's a really funny game because it's kind of like, I don't know. There's some strategic like board positioning elements, kind of like chess. Then there's the aspect of like luck in terms of what letters you draw out of the bag. And then there's also just the like bonkers word knowledge side of it, where it's like, how much of the dictionary have you committed to memory? And some people are truly insane when it comes to like having significant amounts of the dictionary memorized. It's just interesting, honestly. Like I'm trying to think back to specifically what word it was. But there was one of my games when I went to the club where I tried to set up a play that would allow me to... Oh, I remember it now. I played PIC, pick, like a picture, like the short form of the word picture. And the idea was that it goes 1 away from the triple word score. And C has no 2-letter words, so you cannot play like under it. You have to extend the word. And I had the K, so I could have played pick that turn, like P-I-C-K, like to choose something. But I played PIC with the idea that since there was no S left in the bag, I would have that slot for free, and I could get P-I-C-K pick as well as a word with a K on the triple word score in the same turn. And I was like, oh, I'm a genius. Look at my clever setup play. Because I've been counting what's in the bag. There's no S. It's all mine. And then I found out that my opponent immediately plays P-I-C-A, Pika. And it's good. And my play was dumb. Because if you just simply have the letter A, one of the most common letters in the bag, you can just hook it anyway and take the triple word score for free. And that's what I mean when I say that these people are like different, man. They're so well like studied when it comes to the dictionary. It is truly impressive, because this is not like some significantly good player. This is just some random old lady at my like city club. You know what I mean? She's just like, yeah, I play like 1 game a day online. And she comes to the club every week. And they know words like Pika. Like, how am I supposed to know that? But then again, I also feel like part of how you remember it is you just get slapped around by people who've studied way too much, and you just remember getting owned on funny moves like that. That's true as well, right? Maybe they actually don't like study it super aggressively, but they've just been playing the game for decades, and so you just remember like getting hit with stuff like I was saying. Please, no groundwork. Oh man. Come on. Oh well, I guess we will just play it out. Yo, maybe I could try running like Bakshin or something instead of Smart Falcon, and then I can use the Smart Falcon card. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try a Bakshin run next, and then we can test if it works better. Only problem is I don't know if she'll be able to front run well enough, because Smart Falcon, like having the early game ults, is pretty helpful for that. But I could try it. We'll finish out the Smart Falcon run first, though. But yeah, that was funny. Had some fun revisiting Scrabble. I remember while I was out that night as well, I found this like crazy deal at a grocery store. I was just going to get food. Funnily enough as well, there was a Dairy Queen somewhere up there, and I was surprised because some of the Dairy Queen locations, they're like a restaurant, and so they stay open year-round, and some of them are like a smaller outlet that just does the ice cream, and so they close in the wintertime because there's just not enough demand for them to stay open, right? So most of the Dairy Queens are closed now, but I saw this one was open. I was like, ooh, maybe I'll get Dairy Queen. That would be cool. But they were just closing because it was late at night. And on my way back from getting food somewhere else, I see this guy and a girl go up to it, and they're closed. You know, there's the sign on the door that says, like, we close at 10 or whatever. And this dude grabs the door handle and he tries to open it. It doesn't go. He starts like aggressively shaking the door while yelling through the door at the employees like, it's 11, it closes at 11, even though it says on the door that it closes at 10. I was like, what is this guy on, bro? Dude must have been off of something, because like, what was he doing, bro? I'm saying, that guy, there was something wrong with that guy. I don't know. I feel like he must have been on some sort of substance or something. Because it's right there on the door that they close. And he's just like shaking the door handles aggressively to grab their attention while yelling at them that they don't actually close for another hour. And, you know, that they should let him in to come and get some ice cream, I guess. I'm like, bro, how badly can you possibly be desperate for ice cream? But yeah, I ignored him. There was a grocery store nearby that I went to, and I found a crazy steal, dude. What I saw was it was off-brand, right? It was one of those like no-name brands, but they had these barbecue chips, 200-gram bag, for $1.50, which is a crazy steal. That's $1.50 Canadian. So that's like $1 US for 200 grams of chips. That's a lot. Like, that's a steal right there. For perspective, if I get like a name brand like Lay's or Ruffles or something like that, it's like at least $4, sometimes like $5, $6 for 200-gram bag of chips. And this was $1.50. It was 200-gram bags. So that's like around like the family size, I think. Or I don't know if it's quite family size or it's just like the bigger one. I remember, I think I posted in the Discord and Lionel said it was around like half a pound. Which I thought was so funny because I was like, who thinks of chips in pounds, bro? But it's like the bigger size for $1. Like that's a nutty price. So I ended up getting it. First time having chips in a little while. It was, they were actually good. I feel like a lot of the time, if you get the no-name chips, they kind of taste like they intentionally make them worse. So that you will, like, maybe feel incentivized to buy the name brand next time. Because most of them, you know, they come from the same factory, right? They're just making the same chips for both of them, but they do it a little bit differently. Although with barbecue, I was like, how bad could barbecue chips really be? You know what I mean? You know, I've tried all dressed in the past, which if you don't know, all dressed is the GOAT. It's a Canadian flavor. That's a mix of, I think it's, off the top of my head, I think it's salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion, ketchup, and is barbecue the last one? What is it? I'm gonna Google it. What flavors make all dressed chips? Yep, ketchup, barbecue, salt and vinegar, sour cream, and onion. This is my Canadian pride, the fact that I know this off the top of my head. Anyway, you know, Ruffles is the one that originated that, and they have like, they have that recipe down to a science, dog. If you ever come to Canada, I thoroughly encourage you to try Ruffles all dressed chips. It is the pinnacle of potato chip snackage. But I've tried like the off-brand, and I don't know, like the balance is just wrong. It just doesn't taste right. It's hard to balance when you have that many different things. But I was like, just barbecue? Not that hard to do well. I'm pretty sure the barbecue chips will come out good. And I was right. They were pretty tasty. So I enjoyed barbecue for the first time in a while. I want to eat like real barbecue food sometime. It's like, okay, I say that like I've never eaten real barbecue food. What I mean by that is for the first time in a while, it would be nice to eat real barbecue food. Because it's been a while since I've been to like a gathering of sorts where we had like a barbecue. Like I'm trying to think what the last time was. And I honestly don't remember. I guess actually in the summer I went to this like lake house with my family. And I don't know that I would really think of this as traditionally like barbecue food per se, but this dude like grilled me a steak, and it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure he was like, I think he has the same eating disorder as me probably, because he was really picky about most stuff, but damn, he knew how to make a good steak though. I'm cheap, so I've never really had like nice steak before. I've never had a good cut of steak before that moment. But damn, it was pretty good, man. I won't lie. Like maybe one day if I'm a little bit more financially well off, I would like to order it at a restaurant sometime, like have a nice steak dinner. Cause I slept on it. Or maybe one day I'll just learn to cook it myself. Cause that would be more affordable. Okay, this run is worse than my other Smart Falcons, so I will just buy skills and see if I get like a crazy parent or something, I guess, yeah. Not much else to do. Other than buy a whole bunch of stuff and see. Maybe I'll get 3 stars speed, and also, I can't get groundwork, but nope, 1 star stamina classic. Have you tried barbecue ribs? I'm gonna give that a sort of. I've had ribs exactly once, but I don't think they were like proper barbecue style. I just got them from Swiss Chalet, which is like a kind of like a family diner type of chain in Canada that's pretty popular, pretty good, but I don't think it's all that. I've never had like proper like southern style barbecue ribs, but I want to. I think that it would be really good. I feel like if I ever go to Texas, that's like one thing that I absolutely, no matter what, have to try. Because I think that I probably will one day end up visiting Texas. I have a lot of friends from Texas, so like it would make sense for me to go. But I've never actually traveled outside of Canada before, so never had the opportunity. I'm gonna try a 3-wit deck and see what happens. Yeah, I know some people are running 3-wit. I'm gonna give it a shot. What would you recommend if you've been for like good barbecue? What do you think is like the best thing to get if you go for like good barbecue? Because I have like zero experience, 0 point of reference for the most part. Yeah, I guess there's the difference between if you get one with like a more of like a dry rub kind of style than like a really saucy one. I remember one of the 2 times that I've tried ribs from Swiss LA, just because my family likes to get it sometimes. Normally nowadays I get wings when we do that, but I've tried the ribs I think twice, and one of them they have like a barbecue ribs and like a maple barbecue one. And I remember I tried the maple one and it tasted like ass, bro. I was so disappointed because I love maple. Like you get like maple bacon or something like that. Ooh, clean. So I was thinking, this is going to be nice. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be juicy, savory. It's going to be deliciousness. And then it tasted like really weird. Like, I don't know what was wrong with it, but it just tasted off. And I don't even remember if I finished it, honestly. That was such a cursed order. I'm trying to remember if that was the same time that I ordered a poutine and they just forgot my gravy. I don't think it was. I think that was a different time, but I've had a very mixed bag of experiences from Swiss LA. I need to experience authentic barbecue. You know what else I need to try one of these days? I need to try Korean barbecue too. I know a lot of people really gas up Korean barbecue as like delicious, but I've never gone. I've had a couple times where I was really close, but we ended up like changing where we were gonna go last minute. I'm very curious. I feel like I don't have a lot of experience with Korean food, other than the fact that I'm an absolute sucker for Korean fried chicken. Easily my favorite way to eat chicken. Maybe just I don't know. Is it my favorite food? It might be. It might be, honestly. Korean fried chicken is so good. Like, oh, I love when you get like some sort of protein centric meal with a really, really good sauce, and that is like the epitome of what makes Korean fried chicken so good. Is the sauce is just like so perfect, dude. It's so good. Like, I remember when I visited my cousin in Calgary earlier this year, he lived within like a 5 or 10 minute walk of a little Korean fried chicken place where you could just buy like tenders, or you could buy like wings. You could kind of get whatever you wanted there pretty easily. Dude, I ate there I think 4 times in 1 week. Because it was like, I don't know, my cousin had like nothing to cook with in his apartment when I visited him. I ended up buying him like kitchen stuff. I bought him groceries because I came to his place. And I felt like I was looking at a meme of like a college student's fridge, because I opened his fridge and there's nothing but like a case of beers and like some condiments. Like, there's no food in the fridge. So we ended up going out to eat a lot. You know, he was doing an engineering internship, so he had some money. Took us out to eat a lot of different times. But but I was like, damn, on the one hand, you are so lucky to have a really good Korean fried chicken place like right by where you live. I'm so envious of that because I don't. And then on the other hand, I was like, well, maybe it's a good thing because damn, I would spend a lot of money on chicken if I had that option, bro. Like, that is a dangerous level of temptation to have just chilling right outside where you're living. Right? Like, that's the counter sort of argument to living right by a place with really, really good food that's not like cheap but not exorbitant either, is you will accidentally end up eating out way more than you probably should, and as a result of that, end up spending a lot more money than you probably should on food. Also, it'd be so good, bro. It'd be so scrumptious. It'd be worth. Okay, I'm gonna drain all of my energy here. I'm just gonna take extra training, do 2 races, and then rest. Two good barbecue restaurants in my state? Oh boy. Those are broad borders to be casting, man. The whole state. Oof. You know what? I understand though. Sometimes if the food is good enough, you don't go often, right? But you'll have a spot where you will gladly travel like a couple hours on your day off to go and eat just like that perfect meal. Every once in a while, you know, maybe it's your birthday, maybe somebody is visiting and you want to like get them to try your favorite spot, whatever it is. Every once in a while, for the right occasion, I will go like a absurd distance in order to eat like really good food. Sometimes it's just worth. Sometimes it's just worth. Like, I remember when my friend Echo was visiting here last year, I wanted to take him to one of my favorite spots downtown. And the plan is that we would go and eat some really good food downtown. And then we would go to the Eaton Center, which is kind of like the biggest mall in Toronto. Just so you could check it out. Like, I didn't know if we were actually going to buy anything, but I think shopping can be kind of fun anyway, you know, just kind of like looking around at different stuff. If you go to clothing stores, maybe try some stuff on, whatever, right? But we just went and we just pigged out so hard that we didn't even care about going to the mall anymore. We just came home after. Like, we went, absolutely gorged some wings, and we were just like, oh, that was good, bro. You want to just go home? Yeah, let's just go home. Just went all the way downtown, absolutely crushed some wings, and then came back. You know, it was great. It was a wonderful experience, honestly, and I'm glad that he got to enjoy it. I still remember it was a funny experience seeing something that I always forget is a thing in America. You know, we finished eating, so it was time for us to pay, and he like took his card out and put it on like the tray, and he was like sort of looking at the waitress, waiting for her to like go and take the card and do the transaction, which to us is like, that never happens in Canada. Like, she left and she was like, you're from America, aren't you? And he was just kind of embarrassed. He was like, oh, yeah? Because the way it is here, you know, they just have like the little, what are they, like point of sale interaction thing? I don't know, like the little tap machines. And they just have them like wireless and they just walk it up to you. You can just tap it yourself. You know, you don't have to have the other person put it in for you. But I just thought it was so funny that he like put his card out for them, because that's like completely not a thing in Canada. That never happens here. One's 15 minutes, the other's an hour. Okay, that's not too bad, honestly. 15 minutes is really good, honestly. I don't really have like barely any good options within 15 minutes. Like, there are a couple spots, but none of them are like exceptionally good. And I don't drive, so it's a hard sell for me to justify going out to eat a lot of the time. But, you know, it would be nice, you know, every once in a while. It's been a while since I went out just to have like a nice meal. Do I have Rico? Yeah, okay, let's do those. There's like nothing here. Ooh, the mini tablets? Yeah, the mini tablets are nice, honestly. I've been seeing them a little bit more. They don't always have payment when I've seen them. Sometimes they have the payment, which is very convenient for sure. I also like when they have the tablet systems at the restaurant set up, so that you can use it to like call the waiter if you need anything. And that way they don't have to keep checking on you all the time. So you can like press it and press if you want like a water refill, or you can like order from the tablet or whatever. And that way, like the staff, you know, they could come and check on you if you want, but like they don't have to constantly be floating around all of the tables and being like, so how's the food, yo? Is everything okay over here? You need a refill? You need a drink? You know, like. Maybe that's just me being awkward. I don't actually mind having like the waiters that much, but there is definitely something kind of nice about going to a restaurant and just kind of being able to not feel like somebody is hovering over your shoulder the whole time. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm the type of person where sometimes I'll go to a restaurant by myself just because I want to enjoy the food. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, because I've seen some people who are like, oh, yeah, this is super normal. I love doing that sometimes. And then I've seen other people who are like, I feel like I look like a psychopath, super maniac if I go to the restaurant by myself and I'm just sitting there being, you know, I feel like I look so lonely. And in my head, I'm just like, man, I don't care. I just want to eat good food. And for what it's worth, they're always super nice. Anytime that I've ever gone to a restaurant by myself just to enjoy some food on my own, they're always super chill. They're not judgy about it in any sort of way. I've never had a bad experience doing that. I think it's just one of those social anxiety type things where you overthink it if you don't normally do it, but it's actually really chill. Like sometimes there's just like a spot that you want to hit. That restaurant food will sort of scratch that itch. Or also like sometimes you're just out like doing something by yourself, you know what I mean? Like there have been times where I'll go to like an anime convention or something and I'm going with friends, but there are also other times where I've gone and like I don't have anybody who's like going, you know, all my friends were busy or whatever. So I'm just out, like, you know, at an event, there's nowhere, you know, convenient to go eat other than like a sit down spot. So I'm gonna go chill, right? You know, I'm gonna go enjoy myself, get some good food. That can always be nice. You know, one of the weirdest things can be though is if you do that and it's like a bar or like a pub. I always feel awkward when I do that because I don't order alcohol. If I'm by myself, I'll never order alcohol. And even if I'm with other people, I'll usually get like one drink max. Like if I'm even going to buy a drink, I'm not buying more than one, like pretty much ever. Because I'm stingy. Alcohol costs a lot of money when you go out to eat. And also just because, I don't know, I'm not that much of a drinker, you know what I mean? Like I'll drink a little bit, but not much, you know what I mean? So I remember at one of these anime conventions, there was a few spots to go, and one of them was a Boston pizza. And I like pizza. It's one of my favorite foods, if not my favorite food. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the Boston Pizza, get myself some lunch. That'll be a nice, chill option for me. And I remember they sat me down at like the bar this one time instead of giving me a table for whatever reason. And I just felt awkward because there's a bartender there on like a relatively uneventful afternoon, and he just keeps being like, you want me to refill your water? And I'm like, sure, man, thank you. You know, like he's just like constantly keeping my water topped up, and I'm like, that's very sweet of you, but like you could let me finish the water, you know, you don't have to feel like going that over the top about it. Because some of the time I'm not even like finishing drinking the water and he's already like pouring up more. But you know, I also think that for the most part, the couple of times where I have had an experience like that, where you're going to eat and you end up sitting down at a bar, even though you're not drinking, like they just happen to seat you there. Usually the bartenders are pretty chill about it. Like they don't try and do anything. I mean, to be fair, if I was a bartender, right? It'd actually be kind of chill to have somebody who's sober there, because you don't have to worry about them being annoying. Like, You don't have to worry about them like drinking too much or being rowdy or making a mess or anything. If somebody is sitting there sober, they're just there for some good food, bro. Like, you don't gotta worry about them. Because I imagine as a bartender, you probably see some crazy stuff, dude. I don't know exactly how bad it would get, but I'm sure you see some crazy stuff being a bartender. Just because, you know, I mean, you see some crazy stuff just being at a bar. Like, I don't go to bars that often, but some people are very obnoxious drunks, so. I'm sure you get a lot of interesting stories. That's probably one of those funny jobs to have. I feel like being a bartender kind of falls into like the same category of work as being like a retail worker or someone like that, where you have a relatively chill job and you will see some crazy people sometimes and just get some funny stories. Hello, Venti, what's up? How good is my team? Okay, we got C ranks. Can I win this? Probably not. Let's do the C rank. Let's go against Cool Runners. Boosh. You know, I was kind of thinking about like just that it would be nice to go to a restaurant sometime soon because I haven't been in a while. But I gotta save my money. And that's because Black Friday is coming up and I need to buy new headphones. I don't know how many of you guys saw, by the way. I remember I posted about this a while ago. But my headphones broke. My headphones broke a while back. Luckily, my dad is very crafty. So I'm still using my headphones. They actually technically work right now. What it is I've got my headphones, the left ear, it like fell out of the mesh, right? It wouldn't lock in anymore. So my dad, he took like an old watch wristband made of rubber and he cut it so that it would be short enough to like slot into the little hole where the plastic broke that holds the ear in place. And then he electrical taped all the way around that in order to hold it in place. And for whatever reason, it's actually worked like pretty well. I've been very impressed. So I have been able to manage with this pair of headphones despite it, you know, completely breaking on the one side. You know, the sound still works. They're still decently comfortable. So like, it's been a surprisingly solid workaround. But I'm still definitely considering just getting a new pair. Because these are also pretty beat up. They're not that old. They're like 2 years old, I think. But I didn't take super good care of them when I bought them. So, you know, the wire's kind of scuffed. The headband is like, you know, the leather's falling apart. I think it's one of those things as well where it's like, I've only had them for 2 years, but I wear headphones a lot more than the average person wears headphones. So I've probably gotten like at least twice as many hours in 2 years than most people would, for what it's worth, right? But I've been considering that, and I'm really curious to see if I can snipe a good deal on Black Friday and get an open back pair of headphones. Which, if you don't know what an open back pair of headphones is, it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. You wear the headphones, but they're designed in a way that some of the sound can actually leak out like through the back of them. So it's not like the sound is enclosed into the ear cups in the same way that like over-ear headphones are. And I've heard from some people that they prefer using open backs for mixing stuff, like when you're doing audio mixing. And also, I know that these current pair of headphones I have, like, they're not super sterile. You know, they have like a bit of like a vibrant sort of sound to them. I don't know. Some of the Some of the frequencies are amplified a little bit in such a way that music sounds really good on them, but they're not like super sterile. So it could be interesting to have like a more neutral sounding pair of headphones. And then when I do a mix, I could like compare it on both and like sort of adjust it to work better across different stuff. I just think it'd be interesting. This is just me being an audio nerd. I just think it'd be interesting. I don't know if I'll actually do it, but if I can find a decent deal, I might. Okay, interesting. So I did not land groundwork again, unfortunately. But I did get another Mile and Turf S run here with Smart Falcon. So if I get better stats, this could still be the run to bring to our Champions Meeting races coming up. But yeah, I'm excited. Man, next weekend is going to be so hype. I get to do my Black Friday shopping and then... Oh, okay. I have a really, really big announcement coming very soon. I have some really cool stuff happening next Saturday. Unfortunately, I did not prep my promotional stuff for it yet, so I don't have a teaser to show you right now. But I have a really cool cover that I've been waiting so long to put out. And also just some like general announcement stuff that's going to be happening. I'm so stoked, bro. Mark your calendars. Saturday 29th? 29th. It's going to be awesome sauce, bro. I don't know why I've been saying awesome sauce recently. I don't know why I started saying awesome sauce again. It just feels so silly. I just like saying it. It just sounds funny. Yeah, I also, completely unrelated to that cover that I have for next Saturday, by the way, which I'll put promotionals for soon. I have a different cover that I just recorded like on a whim, like a couple days ago. Like I was just chilling and I was bored and I was like, you know, I'm going to record a cover for this song that I've been really enjoying recently. And I went and I recorded a cover. So, maybe I might even get to have 2 projects in December and the end of November one that's coming on Saturday. I might be able to squeeze it all out. I don't know for sure. If not, it'll be like a January thing, but I'm pretty sure I'll have time. So lots of music stuff lately, which is fun. I'm really excited. Definitely been enjoying it. I gotta sort a couple things related to getting like my audio stuff set to go for like doing my audio work. There's a couple things that I want to set up before I mix that cover, and then I'll probably get to it. Maybe I'll have a work stream sometime in the near future. Just knock some stuff out while chilling with you guys. I got too many projects. Also, yeah, no worries, Venti. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. I don't know if this run is gonna make it, dude. I don't know if I'm gonna get to max speed. I hope so. What's my power at as well? Because I don't have as many power sparks on this run as I did on the other one. Okay, guts. That's 600 power right now, which is okay. I have one more Rico rest. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna get enough, but I'll see. Okay, extra recovery is good. I think I need this Spirit Burst to land on speed. I think I need the extra stat points. Like, give me a double rainbow on speed with Spirit Burst. Come on, game. Hook me up. No, why is there, like, nothing this turn? Okay, I'll still click this for the journalist friendship. Plus 29. Oh, okay, let's click it. Well, I failed 2%. Are you kidding me? No, why? No. in both of my best Smart Falcon runs, I failed a 2% training. What the heck, bro? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I was like, should I click the 2%? You know, it's kind of gambling. And then I was like, that's not gambling. That's a 2% fail. That's not real. And then I failed it. Then, come on, bro. Okay, well, click the Rico button. Maybe I'll just get really lucky, and for my last training turns, I'll get like a speed double rainbow, and then a wit triple rainbow, and then another wit triple rainbow. Surely. It's actually kind of unlucky that I haven't gotten a wit triple rainbow in this run. There's another race, right? Yeah. Falco, why do you have so many races, man? Why do you do so much running? Okay, I think what I'll do after this is I'll do my last ace run as Bakshin, and then we'll try one of my entries with Bakshin and one of them with Smart Falcon again and see which one goes better. Because if I use Bakshin, then I can guarantee myself ground war. Although I can't necessarily guarantee my triggers. That'll be a different challenge, but I can get a decent shot. There's a lot of ways to pick up the right stuff. Okay, we win Unity Finals. Clutch. What's up, Semi? How's it going? You're hoppy? Nice, bro. Dude, I keep seeing you and I keep seeing you cheat in virtual in call recently. I've been trying to get Chin to 1v1 me on Osu, and he never wants to anymore. He's always too busy playing other stuff. One of these days I'll get him. Can I get Chin to play this game? I don't know if Chin would like this game, honestly. I don't know if this would be his style. I got him onto... The only gacha game that I've had him like get into before was when I got him to play Honkai. Honkai Star Rail. But that game is basically like a visual novel that just happens to have like gacha elements. Which I think is 100% why he was down for it. I don't know. So, some of the story in Umamusume is nice, but I don't think it would be like enough that it would be his style. YOLO! Oh, that's okay. This run was already worse anyway. Practice perfect? Oh, come on. Stuck on Portal 2 chamber? I still never got around to actually trying Portal 2. I think I might have it on Steam. Or do I have the old Portal? Which one do I have? I have both, technically. I feel like puzzle games make me feel so frustrated, though. Like, I don't know. Anytime that I've tried to get into playing, like, a puzzle game on, like, a deeper level... Like, I experienced this with BABYYYYYY. I experienced this with Talos Principle back when we tried that a little bit. I feel like there's more that I'm just not thinking of right now. But anytime I try and get into those, like, puzzle games, they're kind of fun, but they genuinely make me feel so dumb. Alright, this run, unfortunately, it's worse than my other one. 2-star Dirt Spark is actually kind of nice, although 1-star Stamina, of course. Why do I always get 1-star everything, man? What do I do to deserve this? Okay, let's do a Bakshin run. I remember I clicked on Discord like a little bit ago, and I saw Shiny just randomly message me Virgo Cup no weighing. So this run goes out to Shiny. A little Bakshin, 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 Sheen. For my boy. Okay, let's do... I kind of want to try and get a run where I have, like, Saiyan Sky somewhere in the tree. This Daiwa has groundwork and URA finale. There is a Seiun as well, but the stars on these sparks kind of suck. Oh, I forgot I had a 3-star groundwork El Condor. I think I might have accidentally transferred that at some point, which is quite sad. Totally forgot that I had that at any point. Damn. That's a shame that I transferred that. I had a 3-star groundwork spark and I got rid of it by accident. No. What does this one have? Like nothing. Okay. Do I have any decent ones? This spark's not bad, honestly. I could run this. It is 1-star stamina, but I could. I have this 2-star one, but it's got literally nothing. This one doesn't have Saiyan Sky. This... yeah, this is probably my best option, I think. Is I take this one, then I borrow... where is it? This Marzensky. This gives me pretty good odds to get my angling and scheming. I could also take this spark instead, but I think I like the other one better. This one has, like, more power. Alright, we'll do this. And now we need the Bakshin deck. So we're gonna run Fine Motion on the Borrow again. Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna do 2 speed, 2 wit, and Smart Falcon. Yeah, if you guys are lazy like I have become here, because, or just unlucky like me, you just can't seem to get your groundwork sparks to hit. You can't seem to get your groundwork sparks to begin with. What you can do is slot this Smart Falcon SSR card, either if you have like a lower tier copy of it, or you just use your borrow on it. If you get this card, it has a guaranteed event. The first one in the main chain for the card gives you guaranteed groundwork. It is fantastic. It also gives you prudent positioning with the gold version of the skill available as well, which is quite good as well. It's a really solid like card in terms of front runner skills. Has some like groundwork trigger skills like inherently as well. There's a lot of good stuff that can come off of that card. Of course, I'll have to see if it actually pans out for me here. I'm kind of crossing my fingers that I'm gonna get my Mile S and Turf S on this run. I have like an obscene amount of Turf Sparks by accident, so I should definitely get Turf S. Mile S, I have to get a little luckier. I think I have 5 stars Mile here, which is not bad by any means. Hopefully pans out for me. Wow, just everybody on power. Look at that. And it kind of works out. Bakshin doesn't have power growth rate. It's only speed and wit, so... kind of works out for me. Interesting. I'm excited to do my Champions Meet games after we get through this one last run here. Because the first round went pretty well. I'm curious to see how difficult the second round will be. I will say I had better like win rate on the first day than the second day. I think, because I think the first day I went like 17-3, and then I ended up 29 wins, which means I won 12 on the second day. I went 12-8, which is still good, but definitely not as insane as 17-3. Maybe Bakshin is the sauce. Maybe this is exactly what I need in order to get myself the perfect winning strategy. I do like Bakshin. Bakshin is funny. And I always just think of Shiny when I see Bakshin. Because I feel like he always takes the time to put this song on the jukebox whenever he plays the game. And I just think that's so funny. Like, there's just something so wholesome about Shiny always going out of his way to put Bakshin on the jukebox. Like, I remember there was this other... there was this funny video that I found of... it was like some guy dressed in a Spider-Man costume in his room. And for some reason, he had like a chain around a cheese grater, and he was just like grating this chain straight into a really bass boosted mic. It was kind of giving like an ASMR setup, except he's just like grinding metal on a cheese grater really loudly. It was a kind of funny video, and I found an edit of it where it was like playing classical music, like a violin, and it was like perfectly synced with the way he was like shredding the chain, so it looked like he was playing it. And I sent it to Shiny, and he was like, me if it was playing Bakshin. And then I edited the video to be the guy playing Bakshin on a cheese grater. That's a classic. I should send that video in the Discord sometime if I haven't already. Because I remember Lionel is the one that showed me that video originally, and then I edited it to have the Bakshin music over the top. I definitely want to try and land my Spirit Bursts on Guts and Stamina. I feel like those are going to be hard to hit. But Matsukane is really persistent on trying to make me quick wit with Spirit Burst. I don't wanna. Okay, I think I'm gonna be able to stream tomorrow as well, by the way. I initially thought that I wasn't gonna be able to, because I was supposed to go out with my mom and my sister. but my mom got sick. So, on the one hand, that is rather unfortunate. On the other hand, we could hang out tomorrow, which is cool. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. I want to see... I've been trying to organize these, like, sort of... I was originally trying to organize an Osu tournament. I didn't really have enough players to run it as, like, a tournament. But I still was... The plan currently, anyway, is to just do, like, a round-robin event of playing a bunch of 1v1s with each other. I made some map pools. And so... We were gonna play on, like, I think it was 2 weekends ago, but everybody ended up being too busy. We had to cancel it. Some stuff came up. I'm thinking of maybe just seeing if anyone is free tomorrow and to start, like, playing the matches separately instead of trying to, like, do them all on, like, the same day or, like, the same weekend or whatever. I think it might be too hard to get everybody together for it. So maybe I'll end up doing some Osu stuff tomorrow. If not, I've been kind of thinking of doing a Pokemon playthrough. Pokemon Platinum. Because I remember I tried to Nuzlocke that game a while back, but I never got it. I remember failing it pretty far in and just kind of giving up. So it would be nice to revisit. Play one of the older Pokemon games. Just play a normal Pokemon game. I think I did actually have a stream or two where I was playing Pokemon... I think it was Black 2 for the first time, and I never finished that run. I definitely could get around to finishing that at some point as well. I think I still have the save, but also it's been so long. I think I might have stopped, actually, because I didn't know where I was supposed to go. But, you know, fairness to me, I have never beaten that game before, so... I played the original. I've played Pokemon Black and White, probably is... I think my most played Pokemon game, if I had to, like, pinpoint one. I think I've played that one more than any other. Ooh, that was really big. I just got Frontrunner savvy from the Spirit Burst. That is a guaranteed option for activating groundwork. Right-handed will be another one for me, which means that there will only be... after that, I only need one more, and then we'll have groundwork procs. So this run should, on paper, be getting groundwork online. Okay. Inspiration time. I need Mile S, Turf S, Angling, and Scheming. I got the Turf S. That's something. Definitely the most expected of that. That's like the least kind of luck-based option there. We're still gonna have to wait and see if I get unlucky and I don't get the rest of the stuff that I need. Final push is nice. Should I click Spirit Training here? Probably not. I should probably try and just wait it out for better positioning. I really try to, like, squeeze as much value as I can out of these Spirit Bursts. Make sure that I get extra stats in my guts and stamina and my power. We get Rico online now, so that's going to be one way that I can get a significant amount more stamina and guts. I think guts I'm probably going to be more or less okay. So I'd like to hit my Spirit Bursts on stamina and power, ideally. I don't know why saying power is making me think of the Chainsaw Man movie again. You know, I haven't watched it in a couple days, but I started watching Call of the Night Season 2. Been really enjoying that. I've been almost finished now. I think I'm 8 episodes out of 12. And it's a lot better than I expected initially. I'm hoping the ending is going to be really good because it's really well rated on my anime list. So I'm thinking, you know, it'll probably be a good ending. I hope so, like fingers crossed. But either way, I've been enjoying it, honestly. I think for me, I'm just really partial to when there's like a good kind of like slice of life rom-com type of anime. And then you give it a second season where everything is already kind of like established, the world building is kind of done, and it allows them to elaborate on the characters with so much more depth. The gags just tend to be better. The overall like writing and episodes tend to be better. Like that stuff is just where it's at. It's like super up my alley, I feel like. So I've been enjoying that. I'm so excited for Frieren Season 2 for the same reason. Oh my god, that's going to be so peak. Did you guys see that it got announced? Oh my... Dude, I actually genuinely cannot wait for Frieren Season 2. That is going to be so, so peak. Bro, I can't wait. I genuinely cannot wait. Frieren Season 2. To think, it's just in January. It's like only... January is actually sooner than I thought, actually. It's only like a month and a half out until I think it'll start airing somewhere in that kind of ballpark. It might have been like mid-January, actually. I'm not 100% sure, but... Dude, Frieren was one of my favorite anime ever, for sure. One of my favorite pieces of media in general. Just super, super good. Big fan. So the fact that it's getting the season 2 finally, I feel vindicated for not rushing ahead to read the manga. Because I was like, Frieren, the anime, was so immersive, so brilliantly expressed. I would love to just watch more of it. And I'm sure I would enjoy the manga if I read it as well. But I really enjoy Frieren, especially as like a look forward to having that one episode to watch like every week type of thing. Really big fan of it. You know, some shows I feel like they really benefit when you're able to binge them. You just get a lot more enjoyment that way. But there are also some shows where I feel like there's a really good overarching story, but there is also a really like potent episodic nature to the series where you can just watch one and it actually feels like a very succinct experience for the most part, which I love when I have shows like that. Because one of the reasons that I'm hesitant to start a lot of different shows is that I'm a binger. So like, if I'm into the show, I will just sit there and like tank through as much of it as I can. Like, I don't like to put it down until I'm done. You know what I mean? Which is why I don't like starting shows that are, you know, 25 episodes, or especially like 50, 60 episodes. Like, I remember when I watched Full Metal Alchemist, I literally watched the last 21 or 22 episodes in one sitting because I was so hooked on the story. I couldn't pull myself away from it. You know what I mean? That exactly right there is precisely why I tend to stick to shorter stuff. But the upside of watching something while it airs is that I literally have no choice but to pace myself, which I low-key appreciate for certain series. As long as it works well on a week-to-week basis, I do honestly really appreciate having that option. Oh man, I got the minus 20 energy. Oh well. But yeah, I'm super stoked for Frieren Season 2. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I'm really excited for next year with anime. I'm trying to remember if like I'm actually remembering the date correctly, but I think sometime next year there's an anime airing called The Angel Next Door Season 2 or something like that. But there was like an anime that I remember being like a pretty good like cute rom-com called like There's an Angel Living Next Door or something kind of like that. Something cheesy like that, you know. The whole point was that he's going to school and there's like this angel girl that lives next door to him, and you know, they sort of get to like soft live together because they're neighbors, and I think neither of them have their parents or whatever, you know, whatever generic like anime trope maximizing to make sure that the gimmick hits like as much as it can. And it was good, but it was one of those ones where, you know, you kind of have all the build up, you know, they get together and then that's the end of the season, right? So when a season 2 comes, it's like, oh, this story's about to get good to me, you know what I mean? Because then you get to actually see the relationship flourish. Like that, in a lot of ways, is a big part of the brilliance of my favorite anime ever, Clannad After Story, because it has all the setup done already, which lets you just get to the best part. Okay, yeah, this Bakushin run, unfortunate. No Mile S. I missed the angling and scheming as well. I also, funnily enough, despite running Smart Falcon's support card, just to make sure that I get groundwork, there it is. I was gonna say, I still haven't gotten it yet, technically. There it is. Unfortunately, this Bakushin run is kind of going nowhere, but I'll finish it out, because why not? And then we'll do our Champions Meet. Which, I'm excited to see how it'll go. But yeah, also happening next year is finally the end of Dr. Stone, which I have been very passionately following. Big Dr. Stone enjoyer. I was talking with one of my friends about it. I can't remember if it was legitimately my first anime ever or if it was Your Name and then I watched season 1 of Dr. Stone, but to think, you know, I started that series so long ago and it's still airing and like it's still getting better. Oh my god, like it's so good, dude. I think that Dr. Stone just appeals to like the gamer part of my brain in a way that most anime doesn't scratch. Because it's not just like your generic like isekai where it kind of is just like an RPG game that you're born into with some sort of playable build and you go about conquering the game as usual. It's like, you know, instead of being reborn in like a different world, you're reborn on Earth, but after everybody was turned to stone for like tens of thousands of years. And you have like some absolute mad scientist genius guy who wants to bring society back, and he actually knows like the scientific means to reinvent technology. That's such a cool concept. Like that's so sick, bro. And the way that they get to like teach actual science ideas through the like thing, you know, like it's science fiction, but at the same time there's a lot of like rootedness in actual scientific concepts and like how you would make stuff in real life, and I think that's so cool. Like I remember in the first season, I think they did it more earlier in the series, but there was like an episode where Senku would teach you how to make cola, like if you wanted to make your own Coke at home. He was like showing how you would make soda, which I was like, that's so fun to just like throw in there as like an Easter egg. But then they'll also just be like crafting insane stuff. Like giant boats or like cars, radio systems. It's like their guns. Like all sorts of stuff that they get up to, man. It's so cool, I think, just seeing like, I don't know, Dr. Stone is kind of like I think I've said this before, actually. I think Dr. Stone is like the anime equivalent of Terraria. Like Dr. Stone to anime is what Terraria is to gaming. Which, you know, of course, with that sort of mentality, no wonder it appeals to me, I feel like, because I also love Terraria. I have a lot of hours on that game, although I haven't played it as much recently. I feel like I kind of exhausted most of what I would want to do on the base game. And I did try modded out a little bit, but it's like, I don't know, it's so much. There's so much that comes with the modded stuff. It's kind of intimidating, honestly. To be fair, I kind of just have that sort of disposition towards modded games in general. I feel like in a lot of ways, I have to have like a really specific inspiration to get into playing a modded game. Actually, in the exact same way that I have the same problem with longer anime, because I always know there's like that much more content. It's intimidating to me. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to this sentiment, but there's kind of like an increasing sentiment, at least in the gaming sort of market, that you don't get as much value for your money as you used to in terms of playtime, and that's a bad thing. And I do agree with that. I think it is important that if a game is going to charge you a lot of money, which a lot of them are nowadays, you should get a lot of entertainment. I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation at all. But I also actually really appreciate games that come at a smaller price point and they're just short. Like, you could play through them anywhere from like, I don't know, 10 hours to like even like 1 or realistically more like 2. Like the kind of games where you pay like $5 maybe and it's done in one sitting, but you have like a very nice, succinct experience in that hour, and there is a little bit of replayability to it if you want to go more with it. Like a game like A Short Hike, for example. I loved that game. I feel like it fit that kind of idea perfectly, like down to a T, what I mean. There are some other indie games. A lot of the time I see Calico playing stuff like this where I really resonate with them. I don't always buy them for myself, but I love those just like nice, very like short, but distinct gaming experiences where they leave something with you in just a couple of hours. Because they're also really approachable. It's like a new experience that I don't have to feel like I'm setting up to, you know, compete for my attention for the next month or two when I choose to play it. You know what I mean? If I want to play like regular Terraria, that's a decent amount of time, but I could probably finish that playthrough in like 20 hours if I wanted to commit to going through the whole thing. Modded, I have no idea, but I know that there's like, I know that the final boss of regular Terraria is like a mid-game boss in modded Terraria, which, you know, that's a lot of game, especially because I don't actually know what I'm doing already. So like that's a lot to commit to. But if there's like a game that I think looks interesting that only takes like 2 or 3 hours, that's so approachable. It's satisfying to finish off, you know what I mean? It's just nice. I think I do resonate with the sentiment that games are getting too expensive for how much they're actually giving you back in content. But I think I would like to see the approach of cheaper games that don't bloat their content and give you a good experience rise alongside the idea of having games that do cost a fair amount but give you like a really large, good experience. Anyway, I've managed to ramble my way through this Bakshin run. which means it is time to get what's it called? It's time for us to actually do our champions meet races. Let's go. Let me see if we get a crazy spark or something. Come on, goated groundwork, 3-star, 3-star, everything. 1-star guts. It did give me 1-star groundwork too, but probably won't end up using that. Alright. Well, in all of my ace runs, I did not get anything of note. But the heck is Keeneland Cup? I don't know. Alright. Who's ready for champions meet? Woo! Let's go. I'm just gonna enter my same team that I used last night. I think this is my best roster. Alright, team, let's go. Let's get it. Alright. Alright, first round here. These guys are flexing on me. They got Agnes Digital. Look at all of the different horses they have, dude. They both have Agnes Digital. Myth has also Fuji Kiseki and the recent like Machikane Fukitaru outfit. And then Pine has Kuren-chan and Taiki Shuttle. I guess I have Smart Falcon, Taiki Shuttle here. Okay, we do have my Taiki as the #1 favorite of the lobby. Unfortunately, Bad Mood is a little bit dubious here. I will say I don't really know what the running strategy is like. I have to see. Oh, okay. I need to like shrink myself really quick so that I don't block stuff. I'm gonna make myself smaller over here so that you can see. All right, let's do our day 2 or day 3 champions meet races. Can we get that Group A finals? Let's do it. Ready? Boom. Okay. So, I'm not super familiar with the rest of the running strategies here. I think that Smart Falcon is the only front runner. Luckily for me, my Taiki is in front of all the other pace chasers for now. Although it looks like Kuren is kind of caught up. Okay, they're all like kind of dunking on me. Chill. Oh, that one Taiki shuttle is really far up. I'm a little nervous about that. One saving grace could be that they might not get their ultimate if they're too far up. Like in second place, I don't know that it always activates. Hopefully I can stay in front long enough to get my angling and scheming on Smart Falcon. Come on, fighting, Smart Falcon. Okay, we get Taiki ult. This is good. Curvature. We do get angling and scheming. Okay. Straight descent. That's big. Taiki is looking pretty good. The other Taiki shuttle also looking good, though. Yikes. I'm kind of scared. Oh, it looks close. Mile straightaways. Maybe enough. Oh, no. Ooh. Hey. Okay, we win the first race. Nice. Even with Bad Mood, we lock it down. Qualified Group B at least. Okay. Oh, this was S rank. Wow. Although, to be fair, mine is like barely not S rank. Kuren, I've actually seen a lot of... I've seen a lot of Kuren in these like stronger lobbies where people actually have well-trained aces. I've been seeing Kuren as a decently common option, which is kind of cool. I don't feel like I saw her much in the other Champions meets, mostly because they were longer races. But she seems pretty good. I used to think she was a front runner, but I've seen her on pace like every time, so I guess that's just her thing. Here we've got Dylan with Curran Gold City and Mejiro Ryan. Wow, so much diversity we're seeing today. And Keikizi with Vodka, Taiki, and Narita Taishin is cool. I get bad mood on my Taiki shuttle again. Unfort. I have found that in these more like late surger, end closer, slanted lobbies, I tend to have Vodka win on these lobbies sometimes. Like the few times that Vodka has gambled out a win is when there's enough like people at the back that she can reliably get like Nimble Navigator and also hit like the, what's the 6th place one for Measure Orion's skill? Like Let's Pump Some Iron. Tends to be a big factor. I actually have no idea what Gold City does. Looks like she's a pace chaser. Everybody's coming up on Smart Falcon. It's not looking likely that she's going to stay in first. Going into, yep, okay, so no gamble for Smart Falcon here. We're kind of in on Taiki right now to catch up and beat this Curran. Up into second, into first, here we go. Straight descent does get the proc, as well as mile straightaways in the late race. That is very clutch. Vodka looks pretty far back. I think this is kind of all or nothing on Taiki here. Looking close. The other Taiki is really surging, but we are going to close it out. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. Taiki shuttle is the GOAT, bro. I don't even have Mile S. I have Turf S, but I don't have Mile S on this. And see, they did have Mile S, and I still won. Let's go. Woo. Clean. Okay, 2-0 start, solid. We only need one of the next 3 to make sure that we lock down that Group A finals. After which point, you know, I got a couple days to try and see if I can get a better ace outside of my Taiki. I might even just try to get a better Taiki shuttle on the sort of merits that she is winning like everything despite not even having Mile S. Imagine just how much better Miles would be if I did get a similar stat run with Mile S. Okay, this will be interesting. We have our first race with a runaway Suzuka, as well as Summer Marzensky here. Not going to be as relevant because of the Suzuka sort of front blocking. It'll be interesting to see if the Suzuka actually has enough stamina to do anything. I don't think I've had a lobby yet where somebody brought Silent Suzuka and actually trained enough stamina for her to not just completely explode at the end of the race. Wow, my Taiki shuttle is super far up in the mid-race, in front of all the other front runners, passing runaway Suzuka before the final spurt. Already in first place, bro. I don't know what the heck my Taiki shuttle is on right now, but she goes flying out into the front way early. Vodka also in a decent spot to gamble here. I'm a little nervous. No ult for Taiki because she was just already in first, but of course that does go to show how good of a lead we had. We get the Vodka ult here along with a lot of other gamble skills. Oh my, no, Ogre Cap, no! Man, the Ogre caught up. Ogre Cap is good, bro. Yeah, I mean, you just run the late surger gamble stuff and sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. I was a neck away, my Vodka was so close. I don't know why my Taiki shuttle went so far out in front. That was so weird. Literally passed like all the front runners, including the runaway Suzuka, with like a whole third of the race left. That was crazy. Like, I have to assume that the Suzuka just ran out of stamina, and then for the other two, they were just passed normally or something. Okay, this lobby looks pretty competitive. We got Bob Ming Chang with Vodka, Suzuka, and Taiki Shuttle, and then Vutop with Oguri, Marzensky, and also Suzuka. So I'm really curious to see this. This is a new interaction for me. Apparently, if there are two runaway Suzukas in the lobby, they're almost like guaranteed to just kind of die because they're gonna battle each other for positioning and use extra stamina that way. And because of that, they're just gonna run out of stamina way early. This is what I've heard the smart people who are Umamusume YouTubers say. Now, that being said, I don't know if that's going to actually be the case here, especially because look at the gap between the two of them. I think one of them is probably a lot better trained than the other. And because of that, it doesn't look like they're actually fighting for positioning. So maybe that Suzuka is just going to get to be that far out in front. Given how strong of a lead they got, I wonder if this person, like, actually has enough stamina to hold. I like the positioning of Taiki here. Looks pretty solid. Should be getting our ult very soon. There we go. It's a pretty big deficit to catch up, though, from that Suzuka way out in the front. Gonna be interesting. Making a good surge here into second. We passed the slower Suzuka. It's a big question. Does this back Suzuka or does this front Suzuka have the stamina to hold on to that lead? And it's not looking too much like it. Gotta wait and see here. Taiki, there we go. And my Vodka clinching second too. It does feel funny running Vodka because she always like interrupts the ending spurt with her ult, even though most of the time it's inconsequential. Woo! Big Group A finals. Clap it up for that. There we go. I want to see this Suzuka. Wow, what a weird build. Max power, like 800 stamina with just corner recovery. I think that's a little bit short on stamina. Only 800 speed, 700 wit. Interesting build. Very interesting build. Yeah, they ran 3 power cards, 2 wit cards, and borrowed MLB Rico. What an interesting build. I've never seen anything like that. There we go. Good start. Very good start. Clinching the Group A finals, 3-1 opener. Very happy with that. I would like to give my thanks to Taiki Shuttle for hard carrying me on this Champions Meet. Alright, here we have Dr. Acula with King Halo, Grass Wonder, and Silent Suzuka. Very cool team. And Joker with Vodka, Ogre Cap, and Taiki Shuttle. That person is here to win, bro. That is a try-hard comp just like me. But shout out the person here in Group A rocking King Halo and Grass Wonder. Big respect for that. Grass Wonder is actually a pretty reasonable choice. But King Halo is pretty uncommon, so that's cool to see. We are outrunning what I believe is a runaway Suzuka right now with my Smart Falcon. That doesn't feel right. Here we go. We get the ult. Little sparkly stardom. Could matter since my Taiki looks to be kind of getting gapped right now by the other pace chasers. Gonna have to see how well Smart Falcon can hold on to this lead. Gonna be interesting for sure. You do have a lot of mid-race skills to kind of hold on to that. My Taiki is starting to move up, but I don't know if it's going to exactly get us super far. 3 golds! 4 golds for Ogre Cap! Oh my god! That is terrifying. We do get angling and scheming on Smart Falcon. I don't know if it's going to be enough. The other Taiki shuttle has the overtake. I might need vodka to do something crazy here. I don't know. We do get Nimble Navigator on my Taiki. Gonna be a good late surge here. And actually, did I see my Smart Falcon in first? Here's vodka ult. Smart Falcon? No! Vodka? Dude, what even happened? That was such a photo finish. Taiki shuttle. I don't think that's my Taiki. Okay, I don't think it was my vodka either. Interestingly enough, wow, look at that. By a head and then a nose. That was such a tight top 3 right there. Smart Falcon somehow almost clutched it out. Not quite enough. I'm really surprised the Ogre Cap didn't place further forward because this was crazy, dude. Literally going into that last spurt, they procced Curvature, Corner Connoisseur, Speed Star, and then it's on. Like all back to back to back to back during the acceleration period, which was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen 4 golds proc all in a row like that. But I mean, wow, that is a Taiki shuttle of all time. Damn. Very good stat line. Respect. We get a solid 3-2 finish on the first round of races. Cannot complain. Pick up my free entry tickets. And let's get back in the ring. Water check. Excuse me. Alright, let's see what we got next. See some cool stuff here. Chancellor with El Condor Pasa is neat. As well as having Summer Marzensky and Ogre Cap. All S ranks except for the Summer Marzensky. That's scary. And then David with Taiki Shuttle. Narita Brian is cool. And Saiyan Sky. Very threatening lobby here. With a lot of different stuff. Do we have any duplicates? 2 Taiki Shuttle. We almost have a completely unique lobby with no dupes. Unfortunately not quite, but from the looks of it, the other 2 probably have groundwork. Maybe not though, because I do get up into the front there. That combination of prudent positioning and dodging danger, surprisingly potent actually, even with no groundwork. This Smart Falcon has been able to fight through the early game pretty effectively with just that double positioning skill combo. Taiki Shuttle looking very solid right now. I like the positioning, kind of battling with Saiyan Sky right now, who's a little bit behind the other front runners. I'm pretty nervous to see Summer Marzensky in first going into the ending here. Probably going to be getting that angling and scheming. But it looks within reach for Taiki Shuttle here. We do get our ultimate. We're going to be moving up quickly into second here, I believe. As Summer Marzensky does get that angling and scheming big speed boost. But we have a good amount of acceleration here. Hit the straight descent for a little extra. There's another Taiki Shuttle on the side. We do get Nimble Navigator as well for extra speed boost here. Looking good. And I believe we got it. Hey, there we go. Taiki Shuttle, that's my goat. Boom. Good start. Very solid. I want to see, do they have groundwork on the front runners? No groundwork on this Summer Marzensky. And the Saiyan Sky, also no groundwork. Okay, so that explains more so why it was so even there. So I was a little surprised. That checks out, though. Dude, I feel like I'm sitting too hard again. like I was talking about earlier. Let me grab a pillow. Add a cushion for my tushin. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh! Oh my god, I have hiccups. First time I've seen Hishi Akebono. That's cool. Angel. Oh my god. Angel got Hishi Akebono as well as Taiki Shuttle and Vodka. And Vitraz with Seiyun Sky, Taiki Shuttle, and Summer Marzensky. That is a scary lobby, but I'm really excited to see Hishi Akebono. I've never seen her before. I don't know what any of her skills do. To address my hiccup problem, I'm going to try the age-old trick of holding your breath while you have water in your mouth for like 20 or 30 seconds and hoping it goes away. I'm just going to shut up and let the race play. Oh, dude, holding your breath like that is hard. You got with water in your mouth is scary. I do feel a little better though. I think some of it might just be gas as well. Alright, Taiki in good positioning here. That Summer Marzensky got a pretty significant breakaway here. Gonna be getting the angling and scheming buff. Oh, Speed Eater will help to narrow it out. We get straight descent as well. Give us a helping hand. Hopefully manage to catch up. They're so far apart, it's hard to tell, but I think it looks decent. I don't know though. There's a Vodka making a really significant surge here at the end too. Oh! Narrowly managed to surge out past the Summer Marzensky. Nice, dude. Wow, that was really close. Mile S, only 1100 speed on this one. And Victoria per plancha as well, that's interesting. Yeah, they did have groundwork on this one. Solid. Big solid. We got 2 wins to start us out again. Very nice. So far, everything is kind of performing to a very similar level that it was, you know, in the previous 2 days. Taiki Shuttle is just doing her thing and going absolutely ham, and it's working. I'm liking it. I think I was bad mood there. I forgot to check out who else we have. I'm seeing Vodka, Mejiro Ryan, and Special Week on one of the other teams. Looks cool. And then I missed the other team. Is it going to show me the other team? No, okay. I guess they're probably lower ranked then. Let's take a look. There is a third Vodka. I see Kuren-chan. And, ooh, the other skin of El Condor Pasa. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen her yet, but I know she has some cool gambling skills as a late surger. So it looks like this is a very, very late surger slanted lobby, and whoever gets their procs like, you know, like On Your Left, Furious Feet, Nimble Navigator, and the big Let's Pump Some Iron could all be really significant for who's going to come out of the back here. It actually kind of looks like the Mejiro Ryan might be the one to hit her own ult, which is going to be significantly more powerful than anybody else who would get it, and pose a really, really real threat to win the race. Right now, my Taiki does have a pretty early lead. We do get angling and scheming for my Smart Falcon. It looks like Taiki actually falling behind. My Vodka's in like last place. I think it's all in on Smart Falcon. It's looking close, but I don't think she's got it. No. Oh, man. Wow, I got crushed in that one. Whoa. I think that was my worst performance so far. 679. Sheesh. That is not it. I don't know what happened to Taiki. It's like she just got swallowed by the lobby. That was weird. I mean, I'm not super surprised she didn't get her ult because she was too far forward, and then like she was too far forward for her ult, but because it was such a late surger slanted lobby, it like she wasn't that far ahead of the late surgers. And so that was tough. It happens. We have Sabby with Taiki, Rice Shower. Yo, I've heard Rice Shower is actually pretty decent in this one because she has the gold skill version of straight descent, so she can gamble with that. And also, once again, this El Condor Pasa with the cool alternate outfit. And then we have Deets with Silent Suzuka. Nice Nature is cool, as well as King Halo. Really interesting lobby here. We got a lot of different stuff. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, is this... again, only Taiki Shuttle as the one duplicate. We almost have a fully unique lobby, but there are two Taikis again. So we do have Runaway Suzuka once again. Gonna be interesting to see how this pans out. I like these lobbies because the Suzuka pretty much... I don't think I've ever seen a Silent Suzuka win so far. But, you know, having her around usually enables my Taiki to get into a good spot with her ult. Interestingly, it looks like it's Pace Chaser Nice Nature, which I don't know if I've ever seen before. Not exactly sure what the strategy behind it is. Maybe they just like Nice Nature. I don't know why you wouldn't run Late Surger, but interesting for sure. We do get our ult here with Taiki. This is good. I'm expecting Suzuka to make a pretty decent vie for this race. Getting the Saiyan Sky ult, gonna be pretty far out. There's another Taiki way out in front of mine. That's pretty dubious. Vodka actually finally getting a good race here, potentially. Making significant moves forward. There's the ultimate. I think this might be our first Vodka win in the night. Making a good vie for the front. Oh, but there's the other Taiki, dude. Man, Vodka finally looked like she was gonna have her race. And then this stupid Taiki Shuttle. What kind of tryhard would run this horse, bro? Who would ever do that? Wow, they don't even have either of the S aptitudes, and they still got it. Dang. That's tough, dude. I thought Vodka was finally about a high roll win. I mean, Vodka is definitely like a big gamble horse on the team. If she hits Let's Pump Some Iron in the right spot, can be pretty potent, but barring that, most of the time she kind of gets clapped. Alright, here we have first digital in a while since the first race. Parker's got digital, Vodka, and also Narita Taishin is cool. And then Vod has Gold City, Fuji Kiseki, and Oguri Cap. Once again, actually almost a fully unique lobby again. We're seeing a lot of diversity this Champions Meet, which is really fun. This lobby's got two Vodkas as the only overlap. The one time there wasn't another Taiki, there just had to be another Vodka. But very cool, though, to see so much diversity. It's been really sick. Also, kind of jealous to see how many people have gotten Agnes Digital. I feel like everybody's, you know, been able to pull a lot of different SSRs. I've had enough bad luck that I decided I'm just saving for Christmas Oguri now that I did my pulls on the Aoharu banner with Rico. My cards are like pretty good. I'm just gonna wait for Christmas Oguri, bro. I'm sick of pulling like 100 on the Uma banners and then not getting anything and like having zero pity carryover. It's just too sad. Is that front runner on Fuji Kiseki, or is she like pace and just really far up? Because I've never seen her that far up She is flying down the pitch in heels. Big respect for that. That's crazy. Taiki, I don't think hit her ult. We do get straight descent, but maybe gonna have to rely on vodka here. Do get on your left. I don't think I'm in it though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm boxed. Oh man. Wow, the Agnes Digital way out in the front. Huge win. That's, wow. She won by a lot. How many lengths was that? Like 4 or 5? 3. Not even using the super Uma Stan or whatever, just using regular Uma Stan as well. Interesting. Fujikiseki was pace, and she just had like a really big lead. What is Big Sisterly? I haven't seen this skill before. Increase passing ability. Oh, is that like acceleration in gold form maybe? I don't know. Shrewd Step as well. Interesting. Okay, unfortunately, only a 2-3 finish that time, but yeah. It is what it is. Get me in there for round 3. We're still even. We're still 5-5 on the day so far. And it was close on a couple of our losses, so. I believe in the team to take home a positive win-loss tonight. This is fun. I haven't done one of these Champions Meet streams in a while. All right, we have first gold ship of the night. How the mighty have fallen, by the way. Actually crazy that we haven't seen a gold ship. I don't think I've seen a gold ship in the entire Champions Meet. Like 50, it took 50 games for somebody to bring gold ship. Which, to be fair, I think you have to raise her mile aptitude just to even be able to. Respect. Also, late Surger gold ship. That is really odd, but interesting. Okay, Vivi-chan, I'm interested. Also, Pace Vodka. Just loves sliding everybody up one slot from usual. And Pace Mayano Top Gun as well. Just running their faves. I respect that. And then we have... Ooh, this person is scary. Ogre Cap, Taiki Shuttle, and Narita Taishin, both S-ranked. Little spooked about that. I'm kind of scared of Taishin as well. But we'll see how it goes. I want to see this late Surger gold ship in action. That's a really odd choice. I'm very curious about that. I do have the lone front runner here, so maybe Smart Falcon can like try and run away with it. But I feel like usually in these lobbies it comes down to Taiki, so we're gonna have to wait and see. I will say right now, Vodka is sort of sitting firmly ahead of everybody else at the back in 6th place, which is ideal. That's where we want to be so that we get that Let's Pump Some Iron proc. But Gold Ship kind of coming up and contesting that, losing the position a little bit. My Taiki in 3rd, theirs in 2nd. Surging early here, no ult proc for me is a little scary as they're going to get their ults. And now I feel like they're going to out-accelerate me. We do get angling and scheming here for Smart Falcon. Really delayed ult for Taiki. I don't know if this works, but it looks like it as she's surged up into 1st here. Vodka making a good Vi on the outside here as well. Taiki getting overtaken. Maybe Vodka able to make a run for it, but the Taishin even more so, man. Oh, so close. And that was with no ult from Vodka, man. If only she actually ulted. I knew I was right to be scared of Taishin, bro. She's strong. Yeah, Furious Feet gambling with Encroaching Shadow. And It's On is like a really consistent proc as end closer. Wow, that's cool. Respect for that. I love how many different strategies are flourishing now. That rebalance patch worked super well for this game. Because we're seeing such a big variety of different options win. And I think that's so dope. Another King Halo. Is there like some sort of sauce behind the King Halo ring? Or they're just a lot of King Halo fans. This is cool. Crasho with Fuji Kiseki, King Halo, and Taiki Shuttle. And then we got a nice nature from Nice, as well as Summer Marzensky and Taiki Shuttle of their own. I wonder if any of these people are crazy enough to bring debuff Nice Nature into a mile race and try and catch people undertraining their stamina. Or if it's just going to be an ace trying to gamble. I respect either way. I like Nice Nature. She's fun. I like to see that Smart Falcon off to a pretty solid lead over the Summer Marzensky. Definitely want to be denying her the first place, so hopefully can hold on to that advantage. My Taiki kind of struggling against the other pace chasers right now in 5th. Definitely want to see a little bit more of a further forward position keep, making a nice surge on the outside here into 4th now. Should end up getting my ultimate hopefully here, as Smart Falcon solid lead right now. There is the Taiki ult coming in. I believe we should get angling and scheming here with Smart Falcon. Yep. We're going to deny that Summer Marzensky from having any sort of good shot. And my Taiki making a solid push for the front. Vodka trying to gamble through the back here. Looks pretty boxed, but is it going to be a Smart Falcon win maybe? Oh, I think so. Hey! Smart Falcon's 3rd win. I'm so proud of you. That's so sick. We actually got a win with somebody other than Taiki tonight. Yippee! I'm proud of you, Smart Falcon. That's the fun part of having a Smart Falcon that actually has angling and scheming, is on the right roll. Every once in a while, she can actually win. My other Smart Falcon had like the skills to be a front blocker. You know, she could get up there and prevent the other front runners, but she didn't have angling and scheming, and also she didn't have enough stamina, so she would always just get to the front and then die at the end of the race. It's fun seeing this Smart Falcon actually win sometimes. I forgot to check the other racers, but I see, is that like the just original base Machikane Fukitaru is cool. We have the alt outfit for El Condor, Nice Nature, Hishi Akebono again, as well as Kurin. This is almost a fully unique lobby again, but of course there's 2 Taiki shuttles, as always. Right now, my Taiki kind of getting owned by the other pace chasers, significantly behind here, but we do have uncontested 1st place here for Smart Falcon. No other front runners from the looks of things. Taiki is making a good move in here, up into 4th now, going to be creating decent odds. The other Taiki shuttle in 3rd looking even scarier, if I'm being honest. I believe they just hit their ultimate. There's our ultimate, so maybe we can like stat dip them or something, get in there, but looking a bit rough as Smart Falcon quickly falling behind. Taiki is in 3rd, but there's a pretty significant gap in the front too from the looks of things. I don't think there's gonna be enough. No! Wow, those two got a huge lead. Yeah, like look at that. 4 lengths between 2nd and 3rd right there. Oh, they were from different trainers too. Wow. That's pretty dope. All right, rough start, 1-2. That's okay. Bring it back. Maybe we can still clutch out another 3-2 round, potentially. Fingers crossed. Can always hope for the best. Okay, we got another Suzuka lobby. Carl Wack with Silent Suzuka, My Auto Top Gun, that's my son. And also Rice Shower, really cool team. And then Matt with also Silent Suzuka, as well as Oguri and Taiki. Pretty standard lobby all in all. I'm excited to see this interaction with the two runaway Suzukas again. Because last time they were like, there was a really big discrepancy in how they were trained. And so one of them took a huge lead over the other one. Unfortunately, it kind of looks like that's what's going to happen again. As one of the Suzuka is way, way ahead of the other one. Although it looks like the second place Suzuka doing a much better job to fight back that position keep. Right now, my Taiki in pretty prime positioning to really strongly fight for this race. Potentially going to be moving up into third here, passing Smart Falcon, able to get the ramp up boost as well off of that. In third place right now, making a really big surge to overtake both Suzuka, and also going to be getting ult right before that, perfectly timed to take first place here going into the final leg. But the other Taiki shuttle actually also getting really timely activations. And now it's, I was going to say a battle between the two of them, but it looks like they have a pretty significant lead. Straight descent not hitting at the right timing here. I don't know if I've got it. I think the other Taiki, yeah, with a really significant lead. Vodka actually going to be my second finisher, but wow, that Taiki got such a crazy surge. What happened? What on earth happened? They got the Mile S. They actually don't even have like that much in the way of accelerating skills. Maybe it was like Mile Maven plus its on or something like that. I'm not sure. All right, tough round. Tough round. I was thinking like, wow, we're doing just as good on the Group A area as we were in the initial phase of the tournament. And then I'm not anymore. My win rate has significantly tanked, unfortunately. We got here Service with the new El Condor, Fujikiseki, and Oguri. And then Zoe is support with Oguri, Taiki, and El Condor as well. It's cool to see how many people actually pulled on all of these different characters that I didn't think of to like go out of my way to pull on, like the El Condor banner, or seeing people who recently picked up like Matsukane Futaru. Even like Fujikiseki, I did not expect to be nearly as popular as she has been. I've seen a lot of her. But I mean, her fit is pretty sick, I can't lie. I do like her design. Okay. So far, decent positioning from my Taiki. Pretty solid, actually. I'm hoping that the further one won't get their ult because they're in second, and then I'll get mine. Which looks to be what's happening here. I get this in time to surge ahead, hopefully. We also see, I believe, angling and scheming for Smart Falcon, but it looks like we got into first successfully here. Fujikiseki maybe kind of catching up, though. This is really tight. I don't like how tense this is between the Face Chasers. No! Oh! Why is the Fuji so strong? The Fuji tech, bro. No. How strong are you? What the heck, dude? What is her ult? When breaking out of the pack toward the front on a final straight. Huh, okay. So kind of like Ogre Cap then, huh? And they also have Triumphant Pulse to even further lean into that. Alright, we got a 3-win, then a 2-win, then a 1-win finish. Hopefully, we don't go and keep following that staircase down to a 0-win finish. That would be quite sad. But I mean, at least we qualified Group A finals, if nothing else. I can take solace in that. Let's see if we can get a better last round to finish it out. Gonna see Magna Cartus. I wasn't paying attention. I thought I said Magnus Carlsen. with Taiki Shuttle, Vodka, and Ogre Cap, and then Hero 999 with Suzuka, Ogre Cap, and El Condor Pasa. Pretty standard lobby, bar the El Condor is a cool pick. Be interesting to see. So many people have Suzuka, man. I think what I'm just realizing is, like, my account really does not have that many 3-star Umas compared to most people. And I don't think it's because I've pulled, like, not enough. I think I just got unlucky a lot. Like, I haven't pulled that many, and I've also pulled too many dupes. Especially Biwa Hayahide, dude. I've pulled Biwa Hayahide like 4 times, I swear. Okay, Vodka is perfectly positioned right now, I'm noticing. In 6th place. Oh no, she's gonna overtake too quickly, isn't she? Just hang 6. Oh man, into 5th, like, exactly, like, just a moment too soon to get. Let's pump some iron. Oh well. Taiki making a decent fight for the front. Vodka's in 4th though, actually. We got the 2 Taikis sort of dueling as Vodka is starting to make an approach from the back. Could this be the Vodka win? The coveted Vodka gamble for the first time of the night? Oh my god, which Taiki won? I don't know which Taiki won. Yes, dude, it was mine. Oh my god. That must have been like a nose. It was literally a nose. Oh my god. Oh my god, so close. Wow. Nice. Good start. Good start. Not even close. Comfortably earned W by the longest of noses. That was a Pinocchio nose right there. Many lengths long. Surely not a ridiculous photo finish. Man, thank God I have Taiki Shuttle. I would be getting so just whomped in this competition if I did not. We got another Hishi Akebono is cool. Fate running Hishi Akebono as well as Taiki and Summer Marzensky. And then Rahayon, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce that. Narita Taishin, Ogre Cap, and Taiki Shuttle as well. Oh, my Taiki is #1 favorite at least. Take that. So we got Summer Maru and Smart Falcon kind of battling for that first place. Unfortunately, Smart Falcon giving up a decent amount of positioning. Maybe the ult can help us get back up there. Taiki maybe getting stuck a little bit behind the other Taiki shuttles. God, it is so confusing to have 3 of them running like all together. It's looking a little spooky. I feel like my aces are kind of falling that little bit behind. You know, all of them kind of trailing in their respective categories. I don't know if it's going to be enough. I do have the inside lane here for Taiki Shuttle. No ult is pretty devastating though. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything here. Just too much ground to make up. I don't know why my ultimate didn't activate. That's unfortunate. Good effort by Smart Falcon despite not even getting angling and scheming. Still not too far behind the rest, but it's a tough start there. It is what it is though. 1-1. No biggie. We got 3 races left to close out the night. Let's see what we got. Saiyan Sky for the first time in a while here. Kanel with Saiyan Sky, Taiki Shuttle, and Vodka. Very solid. And Lala with the triple front runner. Don't see this too often. Even weirder is triple front with a runaway, I believe. There's Suzuka as well as Maruzensky and Smart Falcon. I have to wonder what the strategy is. Is there like a weird tech to like run runaway Suzuka with intentionally not enough stamina so that she falls behind before angling and scheming would proc, and then your other ace overtakes and gets it, but you're like fighting position keep against a runaway the whole time, so you get a significant boost? I wonder. I don't know. I'm kind of just talking out of my butt right now. I do like to see Smart Falcon significantly dunking on the other frontrunners, bar the escape Silent Cisco, of course. Solid positioning, although maybe losing a little bit of it. Taiki trying to fight forward, hopefully going to be able to get far enough up, given that there are so many frontrunners in this lobby. The other Vodka's got a pretty big lead on mine, too. It's kind of spooky. Maybe... Can my Smart Falcon overtake in time? Oh my god, I think my Smart Falcon got in front literally just in time to steal the angling and scheming proc. Yup. We also do get the ult on Taiki Shuttle, looking very solid here between my two front aces. The other Vodka does pose a bit of a threat, but it looks good. Smart Falcon's got a pretty significant lead. Taiki with a big surge. I don't know which one's going to win. I think it might be Smart Falcon. Wow! Smart Falcon with another win. Okay. Let's go, Smart Falcon. Nice. Clutch. Really performing, dude. In a lobby with 5 front runners. That was so clutch. Literally like a split second before the Suzuka would have procced angling and scheming. We snuck into first and yoinked it. Big. Another Fujikiseki. Oh my god, another gold ship. And this one's actually an end closer. Classic gold ship. Beautiful. Saya rocking gold ship with Smart Falcon and Maruzensky again. Interesting, 2 front runners and an end closer. Very interesting. Very polar opposite strategy. And then Niche here with the runaway Suzuka as well as Taiki Shuttle and Fujikiseki. Pretty spooky, I won't lie. Fujikiseki has been really good in a lot of these lobbies. If I lose, I hope it's to gold ship though, because that would be cool. I haven't seen an end closer gold ship yet. That's the classic right there. Gotta respect the gold ship bring always. Although I do have beef with gold ship. After the last Champions meet I played with Gemini Cup, she did me so wrong, bro. I went over the whip like recommendation, and I hit 0 of my 3 gold recovery skills in the finals. It was messed up. Just absurdly bad luck, but it happens. Both Smart Falcons fighting pretty close, mine a little bit behind. It looks like Suzuka is going to hold the lead long enough here to get her ult. My Vodka behind the end closer gold ship is not good. Similarly, my Taiki Shuttle in 7th place. I think I'm cooked. My Smart Falcon is in first, actually, fighting at the front. I don't have angling and scheming, I don't think, but somehow battling for it anyway. Imagine. No. So close, dude. Almost. Somehow. Smart Falcon going for like a miracle win. Almost pulls it out. Not quite. It was a good shot. Alright, 2-2. Can we get a positive finish? Can we get the 3-2? What would my overall win-loss be if that happens? I think it's still like negative slightly, right? 3, 3, 2, 1, that would be 9 out of 20. Well, hopefully we get it. Another gold ship, yo! We got the end closer gold ship from Lilia, as well as Vodka and Taiki Shuttle, classic. And we have Lunchrid with Marzensky, Summer Marzensky again. Ogre Cap, and Agnes Digital is cool. Cool to see how many people got Agnes Digital and immediately trained her up for Champions Meet. Love to see it. Last race of the night. Let's see it. This looks pretty good initially. I like to see the Smart Falcon out to the early lead here on the inside lane. Also noticed that the Agnes Digital used up her Super Stand proc super early race and is also not even like at the front of the Pace Chaser pack. So that's nice for us. There is another Taiki Shuttle who's positioning better than us a little bit. A little spooked about that, but it is what it is. Smart Falcon doesn't have a huge lead right now. I'm a little nervous if she's going to have enough in the tank. Fast pace is coming at a good time here. We do get our ult here with Taiki Shuttle. Can maybe also battle the other Taiki with that. Gonna be close. Smart Falcon does get angling and scheming, but overtaken like immediately. Oh, that other Taiki's got a big lead, dude. I don't know. I don't know, man. Looking dubious. Maybe? No, I don't think so. Yeah, they got a huge lead, dude. Having that, like, more inside lane can make such a big difference. Like, I've seen a lot of rounds where my Taiki lost really badly was where she's just way on the outside like that. Good games. Gold ship making it into top 3. Respect. Respect for that. Alright, all in all, not the greatest. I went 8 wins and 12 losses for day 3. But we did clinch Group A finals, so that's pretty sweet. Will guarantee me some decent rewards at least. I'll probably off stream try my best to get some better aces. Hopefully clutch out the finals, which I'll probably end up streaming my Champions Meet finals and then just doing some like just some for fun stuff. Maybe I'll do another stream doing like daily stuff like Wordle and stuff like that. But fun hanging out with everybody tonight. Thank you everybody who dropped by. Once again, I'll have more promotional stuff happening very, very soon, but I have some really cool stuff coming next Saturday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening or Sunday morning or wherever you are. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and I will see you later. Bye-bye!